Welcome to Turnin and Burnin, #1 channel, all things blue collar. If this is your first time here, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you saw the last video for the labor of love, oh yeah, welcome to Firebird Friday. Almost forgot that's what today is. So the last video you saw that the labor of love build, the 1969 Pontiac Firebird. I took it to the body shop. They're gonna go ahead and get everything blasted, evaluated. We're gonna figure out which route I want to go, and from there get some epoxy primer on it. That way there'll be no more rust buildup, and go from there. So why the car is there at the body shop, I started pulling out a bunch of other items here that need to be, oh, this doesn't go in the car. Oh, this could be my new, ooh, I've always wanted a blower. But anyway, took a bunch of old items out. As you can see, I got them kind of laid out here, and I'm going through them. And I'm gonna go kind of step by step and restore these. I want to try to utilize as much stuff as I can, the original stuff that I can. I've been getting in a habit of kind of just buying things. Well, I can just buy this and put it on there brand new, but it's kind of taking away putting a bunch of new stuff on there. I want to put a lot of the original stuff on there and save some money. So today I've already kind of started working on it. This is the windshield wiper motor. I've kind of cleaned it up a little bit, as you can see, but I'm going to kind of tear this down and restore it, get some new paint on there. So join me. All right, as far as I know, I haven't looked at any numbers or anything. I believe this is the original windshield wiper motor. This was the one that was on the car, and I never replaced it. So I'm assuming this is original. It worked when the car was, once I stopped using the car and everything, it worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear this apart. I have this little plastic piece right here. I've already taken one of the bolts out. It is a 8mm, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one off here and see what's in here. That way I can get inside there and clean it up real good. This was a little tight in here, so I used a pretty slimmest socket that I had. I kind of had to hammer it in there to get it to fit, and was able to get it apart. And there we go. That's didn't know it was inside there. So this is what we're looking at here. This is, I guess, actually the part that goes back and forth, and this is the electrical for that. I believe also, I think this is where, and I'll probably have to replace this. I think this is where the water goes in to squirt out. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into that and see. But it's that easy, just 2 bolts to pop that thing off. And what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I have a couple items here. Brake cleaner, we all know what that does, so I'm going to spray that on there. I got some simple green, just some stuff I had laying around, and this. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that, spray it all down, and clean it up real well. Let's see how well we get this cleaned up. So that'll be the next step. All I've really been doing is kind of get in there with the brake cleaner. You see, getting just a bunch of that junk off. Carb cleaner seems to I'll take some of the old paint, get in there with that, and you can see there's some blue. I don't know if that's I can't tell if that's Pontiac blue. It looks a little bit darker. Yeah, it looks a lot darker than the motor for sure. Like a Ford blue or something, I don't know. But I'm just getting in there with the brush, using a little simple green too, mixing it up, and really just cleaning it up. See the back side's looking pretty good, but just want to get in there, just scrub everything as best I can. That way I can get in there and kind of scuff it up with some sandpaper and get some primer on there. So I'll finish this up, move on to the next step. All right, I got it pretty clean using all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and scuff it up with some 80 grit. Just get some of the little bit of rust off and stuff like that before I put a primer on there. So just gonna work it around. You know, one of the reasons I'm doing this is, you know, I want every piece of this car to pretty much be been touched, gone through, cleaned up, you know, whatever. You know, sometimes you go and people have this awesome car and they, you know, you open the hood and then you see, you know, rusted bolts or, you know, something like this windshield wiper motor. It's just something that simple that they didn't clean up or anything like that. I'm actually really surprised how much grease and gunk was on this thing just from, you know, it being in the car and being used. You don't realize that. So, you know, at least get a fresh start. When I put this car back together, all the little nuts and bolts and everything will be cleaned up and looking good and stuff like that. Now we want to get the car back. All this little stuff is ready. It's just a matter of bolting it on. So I'm gonna finish kind of scuffing this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and tape up all the areas that I don't want primed, and when I come back I'm gonna shoot some primer on there. I'm gonna shoot some of this self-etching primer. This stuff seems to work pretty good, and I'm just gonna shoot this Rust-Oleum. I've been using a lot of this Rust-Oleum. Seems to work pretty good. There we go. Like I said, I'm using this self-etching primer. Seems to work on a lot of the other pieces that I've been kind of doing by hand. So I'm just gonna got everything taped up and get some primer on there. See, it's going on pretty good. That's the neat thing about restoring stuff on your own, not just buying something new, tearing it apart. You kind of get to see the inner workings. I didn't know this came apart. This is just the cover. I pulled that apart, and this is the inside, as you can see, from where the water, you know, squirts out from your fluid. And kind of show you, it'll go kind of go. Let me put this camera down. I don't know, maybe I'm just a nerd and think it's cool, or maybe it's something simple, but you got your electrical right here, and once it goes underneath here, you see this moves. This will be up against there, and when you push your button inside, it's going to push this, grab this gear, and pull that back. When that's pulling that back, it's moving that spring, letting that go through there. So since I have this apart, I'm gonna go ahead and started kind of cleaning it up, getting it lubed up, getting it all ready to go. That way it's in good shape, good to go. But this is this really brings me back to my to whenever I first started doing this car with my dad, back whenever I was 14 years old. That was my job. We'd tear everything apart, and I'd go and I would just scrub and clean everything while he was doing any welding and body work, anything like that. So that's pretty neat. I recommend always, you know, if you can, try to fix items, tear them apart, see what they're about. You know, in the end, I'm gonna save, you know, $100, you know, doing this. And I don't know for sure if all this is gonna work, but hey, I'm learning as I go. So gonna clean this up, and I'm gonna step outside and we'll put some of this black paint on there and get her looking pretty. It's the next day. Let this dry overnight, and things turned out pretty good, as you can see. Everything I taped up, pulled off. Looks really nice. Looks almost brand spanking new. So all that is left is to go ahead and put this piece on that I cleaned up. I'll get that bolted up and I'll show you before and after. She's complete. Here's what she looks like now. Not too bad for a part that I believe is original from 1969. Cleaned up pretty good. And here's what she looks like before. So that was a pretty simple little project to keep me moving, keep me in the groove, working on this labor of love build while she is dropped off at the body shop. Is almost like dropping off my child at kindergarten. She's no longer here, just a big open space, but it's for the good, getting that much closer. But the only thing that I kind of noticed on this is it looked like, I don't know if you can see real well, this is kind of dingy. It looks like this man had some paint on there, so I may take some of that stuff I know, what is it, chemical guys or whatever, Chemical Brothers has, or some other product to put on plastic to kind of clean it up, and a little bit of touch up here, and I'm gonna clean these little grommets up so they're not black, they're the other color. So just wanted to kind of show you that. I know I've been showing a lot of the other stuff on the car, but I want to start restoring some of this original stuff back to bring it back to life. That way I can put some of the original stuff on there and save some money. It's pretty good, the fact that you can take something that was old, dirty, and nasty, and turn it into this. Looks brand new. Saved me about $100 not having to buy one. Took me about an hour time. I mean, I let it dry overnight, and all it took was a little elbow grease and some products here, just cleaning stuff, sandpaper, some primer and paint. These are the other items I'm gonna start tackling soon. The lights, cleaning up this dash, trying to clean up this plastic here, and then see what I need to do to all the air ducts, and kind of cleaning all this stuff up. But that's it. I'm gonna keep moving forward with this build. These videos may not be as exciting, but I'm gonna keep on moving, just kind of show you step by step of what I am doing. So that's pretty much it. I'm not dragging up, but I'm gonna roll on up out of here. Till next time, peace.